Hey guys, it's Will from Momentum Group.tech. I want to just go through a scenario where we have a database trigger altering value in our data, and we need to apply this data to a historic data set. And we set it up on a trigger, so it's not easy to fire this off any other way manually. So how do we do that? So let's just cover the use cases here. You've got a database trigger and you want to change your data, and you've got existing data that needs to be updated with this new trigger that you created. So this is the process that I follow. I'm just going to actually create this in this app because I need to do it right now. So the first step is I have an option set called trigger update OS. So create that if you don't have it. And trigger update OS just has two values in it, update and complete. Okay, so create that option set, create this on the data type that you want to trigger. So in this case, I've got a new data type to trigger. I've got a notification template. We've created a search field and we need to populate this trigger search field. So what I'm going to do is add my trigger update field onto this notification template field. Okay, so at the end of the workflow that I'm triggering, I want to set that trigger update field to complete. So I'm going to go into my backend workflows. I'm going to have a look at my trigger on notification template. Okay, so I'm making a change. I'm just populating this search field, and then I'm going to also say, while I'm there, I might just say update field is complete. Okay, and now next step, I want to create an API workflow to force my trigger to be set, and I'm going to set it to update. So let's go create a new API workflow and call it force trigger on notification template. I'll just ignore that. It's like that. And then, of course, we just have to set a parameter for the data type that we're triggering. Notification template. Notification template. Yep. Okay, and I'm just going to go make changes to a thing. I'm just going to set my my trigger to update. So it's going to say, yep, need to update this record. And then here's a little just safety check. Make sure that you don't have a notification system or anything else plugged into this data type, because if you do, then you could be inadvertently sending off notifications when you trigger this update. So just do a little sense check. Also, run your test in test. Things like notifications, we don't want to hook it up to a live users in the test, so we can avoid generating inappropriate notifications. So the next step is we're going to run this bulk action. So we need to go and find our records in scope. In this case, it's just all notification templates, 36 entries. I'm in the development environment, so I'm going to run my bulk action, and this will only highlight the ones that are applied. So I can go straight to that one. Force trigger notification template. Let's check my naming convention there, make sure I was being consistent. Force trigger, yep. Force trigger, yep. Beautiful. So bulk, force trigger notification template, run. Okay, so this will run the data. And then the last step is just to make sure that this has actually worked properly. So, yep, it's run. So I'm just going to create a new view. I'll get rid of a few of these things because I don't want them all. Yeah. Create a modified trigger search and trigger update. Okay, so you can see these are all now complete. So it has run through them all because these were set as empty before. And you can have a look at the search. The search field is now working correctly. So fantastic. We've completed our task, and I now have a search field that I can use in here, and I can say type en, and it will limit down to rows with en 001. Yeah, that wasn't working just before, so I'm validating that my my retrospective data change has just worked. All right. Thanks so much for listening. If you're interested in learning more, we have an academy program, and I encourage you to check that out. momentumgroup.tech/academy.